West Ham United 1, Bristol City 1. Well, here we go again. Started off brightly, and then, with the goal that we got early in the first half, we thought that was going to be the pattern of play for the rest of the game. But it seems that as soon as we got that goal, we just sat back. Bristol City didn't really have much in the first half, but they came out in the second half and they gave us a game. And it came as no surprise that they got an equaliser, and it was well deserved. There was only one team in it in the second half, and it was difficult to determine who was the Premier League team and who was the Championship team. Bristol City sit mid-table in the Championship, and yet they came out and gave West Ham United a bit of a lesson in football today. They were well composed, they were passing the ball around really well, they were kind of structured in what they wanted to do, and they got their just desserts, and now they've earned a replay at Bristol City in something like 10 days' time. What have we got to show for this? 3 injuries. Mavropanos out injured, Paqueta injured early in the game, and right at the end of the game it looked like Bowen has also picked up an injury as well. We had an opportunity to win it right at the death, with Danny Ings only a couple of feet away from the goal, and he scuffed it and put it out wide. But it wouldn't have been deserved, to be quite honest with you. I think Bristol City did exceptionally well. Look, the lineup, kind of a strong lineup, as to be expected. We had a decent lineup with Paqueta back in the team. And Zuma was back. That was a bit of a surprise. I didn't think Zuma would be available for this game, but he was back. And there was enough out there to have gotten a positive result for West Ham, but we didn't do it. And now we've got a replay where we kind of that's the last thing we really want to have in this game, in our season. To actually have a replay. And they're going to fancy their chances, Bristol City at home. We're going to go there. I don't know what sort of team we're going to put out. It's going to be close. The replay will be close to when we're playing against Sheffield United. Just when we thought we got a couple of weeks to sort of recuperate, we've got another game that we could have done without, to be quite honest with you. Interesting subs. Maxwell Cornet came on. Saeed Benrahma was on the bench and wasn't favoured. It looks like he's completely out of favour, and let's be honest with you, Saeed Benrahma I don't think has done anything to demonstrate that he would actually be worth playing again at West Ham. It looks like he may be out probably in this January window. But it's all about this game. I mean, we started well, didn't we? We started brightly. We seemed to sort of got the ball rolling. We scored an early goal. We settled us, and we thought that we were going to push on from there. We just didn't create much straight after that. It was a real shame. And like I said, Bristol City, they came out in the second half. They put a lot of effort in, and they got, absolutely deserved goal. And their goal came from a free kick midway into their half, and there was an error made. I don't know who made the error in midfield. Opened up the ball for their striker, and he put it away superbly. So well done to them. They absolutely deserve that. Did anyone shine in our team? Not really sure, to be quite honest with you. Jared Bowen, as usual, tries his best. Alvarez in the middle of the park is always great, but he picked up a yellow card, which meant that he was going to be on tender hooks. Look, they did a job on us in the first half. They were laying into us. They were sort of getting quite a lot of nasty challenges in and kind of getting away with it. But it put paid to Paqueta. It put paid to Mavropanos. Mavropanos got crushed several times. Soufal got crushed several times in the first half. They were really laying it on thick. That's what you get when you play a Championship team. They're going to be quite physical. And it means now we've got a couple of injuries that we're going to have to be worried about and try and get over before we have our game against Sheffield United. We don't look great, do we? Many people have been saying we've been riding our luck throughout most of the season, and our luck is beginning to run out. Boy, oh boy, do we need replacements, or reinforcements, should I say, in this January window. We definitely need something up front. I don't want to knock the boy, but David Mbama offered us absolutely nothing today, to be quite honest with you. He was quite weak, and you would have thought at least against the Championship side he'd be able to demonstrate what he's capable of. But and I know people are going to say, well, it's the system that's played, he wasn't getting anything. At some point he was in the second half he was moved out wide and Bowen was moved in the middle, but I can't lie, I don't think Mbama's really got Premier League status written all over him, to be honest with you. He had 80 minutes to actually demonstrate what he might be capable of doing, but he didn't show much, to be honest. Cornet was interesting that he came on. I think you could see he was really frustrated because he really didn't do much himself either, but I'm glad he got the nod, even though he really sort of didn't do much. But our squad is weak. Without our first 11, without Kudus, without Bowen, without players like Paqueta, you know, without them in the team, it looks like we're pretty weak. And yet again, we didn't show anything really. The subs that came on didn't really do much. I don't know what to say. It's disappointing. You know, the Brighton game was disappointing. This game is disappointing. Without key players, we look like an average football team. And I really hope that we bring in at least 2 players in this January window in order to make a difference. So, replay coming up. We've got Sheffield, where we had only 2 games in January, this one and the Sheffield United game, we now have a 3rd game that we could have well done without. And Bristol City are going to fancy their chances when we visit them in something like 10 days' time or whenever it's going to be. 1-1, at least we didn't lose, but poor game.